Smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I look at you and know it's alright. You read my mind, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love. I don't need another love. Yeah. We do this every day. We do this love for life. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to the Sunday Staple. It's one night only. It's the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. We've got the amazing ladies of the Triple C show that are just ready to bring you. It's like the 84th show, and this is absolutely a ton of fun. Every Sunday night should be your staple of watching on the YouTube network, as you call it. The ladies have an incredible guest tonight, a beloved couple that has done really well down here in the Orlando area, living down there, creating down there, being part of the Disney community. And we're excited that they're going to join us tonight and talk with the ladies of the show. We are live, and if you're having fun, do me a favor. The ladies have an Instagram for the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. Please make sure you're following so you can keep up with everything going on with the Triple C show. They also have their social medias all inside the description and video of this video. You can keep up with them on Instagram directly themselves. We ask you to do those little simple things that are free. If you're in here tonight, hit that like. Let's get it up over 100 likes easily for this amazing guest tonight. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do it so you can keep up with this show and all the other Disney broadcasts that we do. And most importantly, the links for our guests tonight are going to be dropped in the chat. You can keep up with all of their links. Click it, give it a follow throughout the night. You're going to love everything we talk about. We are excited tonight to talk with, of course, the amazing Disney Nerd Herders, and that'll be in just a little bit. But to get things rolling, I got to do this and say hello, ladies. Welcome in to another Sunday evening. Good to see you all. I'm excited to sit and chat tonight. It's going to be another good show. We're getting close. We're literally within 3 months of 100 shows, which is kind of awesome. It's hard to believe that we've been doing that from when we first started this concept to where we are now. You guys have done nothing but get better, and I've done nothing but get older, apparently, from our discussion at the beginning of the show. So at least we've got that down. Jen, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. You know, with you saying 84 episodes so far, that means there have been 84 fantastic, wonderful people in this community that we have gotten to know better.
Yep.
And we haven't even scratched the surface. We still have a list just as long, if not longer, of people we would like to have on the show. So
Yes.
we're just in the beginning, even though we're approaching 100. So it's very exciting.
Well said. Well said. Thank you. Jen, of course, comes in from the west coast of Ohio. Let's go to Europe to Tina. Hello, Tina. How are you?
You know, every week is a new week that I don't know where you're going to locate me. Like, it's a geographical education up in this piece.
Yeah, well.
Thank you. I'm good. How are you? It's a great day.
Thank you for writing another great show. As you guys know, I always acknowledge when the ladies do the show because I love it when they bring their flair to it. This week it's Tina's time, and we've got a great interview with Charlie and Stacy coming up in just a little bit. So thank you for doing that.
You're welcome. Thank
Awesome.
you for letting me.
Absolutely. Miss Minter, how are you?
Good. I had some little bit of a cat health thing going on, so luckily enough, she's back to normal again. So after 3 teeth extractions, so yeah. So
I'm sorry to hear that.
But she's back to normal again.
Good. I'm glad to hear
back to
that.
her normal sassy self. So all is good.
Awesome. Well, and speaking of sassy things that we need to keep under control, Stephanie, how's Paul?
Paul's doing great.
Okay.
Yes, he's doing well.
He is backstage, much like things go. He sits back there waiting to come on, and maybe at the end of the show, I'll try to bring him in. So we do that. Everything else is good, Steph?
Yeah, everything's great. I'm still working on my taxes, so there's that. But I'm kind of
a couple more days left.
Wait, I know. But Tuesday at midnight, right? So or 11:59. So.
I haven't even started mine. They're not going to get done on time.
11:59 p.m. on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I'm very
going with the word extension. All right, let's get into this thing and have some fun. In order to get started here, we have to put our hands on, which means I have to go buy one usually, which I do, and I can put it on so I can have one, and we can say hello to an amazing chat. Jen, I think you're welcome in chat.
All right, let's get it going. Hello, Vicky Gillespie, Paul Engel, Fred O'Malley, Angela Minta, Mark Langenkamp, Jeannie 52573, AB, Teresa Skawara, Cherie Surfer Girl, Janice Dizney, Laura B, Nick and Claire, Anne, Spaceship Ears, Rob Law, Regina Erie, Mandy Adams, Shelby Spring Essence, Marin Memphis, Hank Wilby, Chronicles of Ellen J, It's Me, David T, Movie Mania Nick, Manny Pooh Bear, Alex Miller, Cakes 2112, Stream Elements, Simon Rogers, JC Skipper Brian, and I think that's all we have for now. So if I missed you, just put it in the chat, Jen, you missed me, and we'll catch you in the next round.
Absolutely. We get you. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're here. 50 plus people already in here to sit and chat with the ladies and our amazing guests. But before we go to our guests, Miss Stephanie, if you would be so kind, could you recap? We had a great show last week. I feel like I say that every week, but that's a blessing that I get to. Tell us about last week.
That's true. So last week was amazing. Here are some of the highlights. So sitting down with our guest was like opening a treasured storybook. Each chapter gave us a glimpse into her personality, her amazing creativity, her rich family background, and the deep, meaningful role that Disney has played in her journey. Each chapter of tonight's conversation, or last week's conversation, gave us a deeper look into her story. From the early days of launching her channel to the powerful influence of theater culture in her creative path, and how social media presence now spans multiple platforms, touching audiences far and wide. Last week, we opened up a beautiful window into her world, highlighting the importance of Disney in her life, the joy and expression found in Disney bounding, the powerful influence that her community has in her presence, and the unique creative rituals that fuel her imagination. As we move forward into our next interview tonight, we're all excited, though, to see that from delicious Disney food content to captivating recaps of her adventures around the parks worldwide, wide open opportunity into podcasting, and her impactful cruise reviews, which I thought were really cool, and all the magical things that the Hijinks channel brings to you that only Demi can deliver. So from last week, it was Magical Hijinks. She was fantastic, so energetic and happy, just a real light to the world. Absolutely. So I encourage everyone to leave a comment on the show tonight, and maybe from last week too, if you had a really good time watching Demi. You never know when there might be a prize.
She's a really, there's a couple of ladies down in that Florida area. Jen highlighted it the other night with people like Dapper Danielle and Demi that are they're working with different media stuff and they're taking off. And I think that Demi's on that same track. So if you didn't see last week's, the ladies crushed it with her, please go over and check out that. And reminder, all of the episodes are now on a podcast format. So you can turn it on at work and just go through and listen to them while you're working, or if you're traveling and looking to kill some time. There's some amazing interviews all the way back to episode 1 when Joy blessed us. So,
or if you have an hour and a half commute every day like I do. So there you go.
You can re-listen to our shows.
It makes it go by a lot faster when you listen to podcasts.
Yes. You know what? I need you to, this week while you're going to work, re-listen to all of our podcasts, critique yourself, and get back with me.
Okay, sure.
Critique me.
You're going to get scored really hard, I think. Do it that way. So, or really easy, depending on how it is. We got a great guest this week, and I highlighted him a little bit as we were coming in. Miss Mitchell, could you tell everybody just a little bit about him? That would really help.
Be happy to. So this week, we're excited to welcome a well-known name in the community to the show, a beloved family-based channel that brings hearts, laughs, and realness to every stream. Our guest this week began as a New England-based channel, sharing their love of Disney from afar. Since making the magical move to Florida, their content has truly leveled up, capturing the magic in a whole new way. They proclaim their channel features a little bit of everything, from theme parks and live streams to cruising and thriving with autism. All wrapped up in all the magic of life under the beautiful Florida sun. They've built a successful presence across social media, from Facebook, X, and Instagram to their growing YouTube channel, where they have gained over 3,500 subscribers and surpassed 500,000 channel views. Joining us in just a few minutes is the matriarch and patriarch behind the amazing channel of the Disney Nerd Herders.
Yes, I am excited about this. These are just amazing people. I've had the blessings to meet them personally. I've done some broadcasting on some disability streams with them. They're extremely knowledgeable, extremely passionate, and just a great family channel. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Excited for that. Before we go to some questions, Miss Jen, I know we've had a couple names come in. I'm sure you'd love to say hello.
Yeah, sure. So we want to say hello to Allison A., Dame Dystopia, Piglet True Loves Disney, Jeff Condon, Dean the Turkey Legster, fans of Green Bay Packers, Kelsey Elizabeth, and Theme Park Giant.
TPG, welcome in, everybody. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe. AJC Amy's in a car, too. Just saying hello to her because she just jumped in from a
Hi,
car.
Amy, AJC.
From a car. Be careful, please. Hit that subscribe if you have not yet, and hit that like. AB's out there working it for me. Thank you, moderators. Jeannie's dropping links. AB's out there working, trying to get the likes up to 100. I appreciate all the support. Tonight is unique because as we did it, and Tina wrote the question for the ladies, I was like, this is a great idea, and I'm pretty excited about this as I read it a little bit ago. So let me take that off of there. So tonight's question for you ladies is the 5 love languages describe different ways that people not only receive love, but also give love in any type of relationship. Okay. Those are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, or receiving gifts. Those are the 5 love languages. So this is interesting. Which of these do you resonate with in terms of receiving? Okay. So I think this is good. I love this. It's a different thing. I'm going to let Tina go first. Since it was her question, she wrote this, so she gets, oh no, Smiley, you get to go first. So right now, Angela's thinking, how do I get my cat to talk? You know, go ahead, Tina. Answer this. This is good.
Wish I had a cat to make it talk. I really wanted to be different this week. I wanted to do something a little less spicy, but a little bit more heartfelt or not intellectual, but you know what I mean? Psychological, I guess. And I can narrow it down to maybe 2, and that would be words of affirmation and physical touch. I think are my 2. So
okay. All right, I'll go with your 2. Since Miss Minster's holding her pet, and it can be love found in pets too. I know I love Sully and have things for him. I'll let you go next.
Yeah, well, we all know I love my kitties. I would have to say quality time.
Quality time?
Just because I would rather have like quality time spent with someone like doing something versus actually receiving a physical gift.
Okay. Love it.
Because it's just stuff most of the time. But you create memories, and especially like core memories when you spend quality time with people. So
I love it. Great answer.
Yeah.
Miss Stephanie, how about you?
So as far as receiving, acts of service, I like. I don't know. I just feel appreciated that way, and I feel loved. I guess when somebody takes time out to do something for me. So
nice.
Yep.
Okay. Paul says he's taking notes. I don't know. Paul,
he's actually already very good at this. So
I was just saying he probably should already know this. If he's taking notes, we really got problems.
He does an excellent job. So yeah.
There you go, Paul. You just got an A in the test. You didn't even know you were taking. Jen, how about you?
This is really easy for me. The one thing that I have always lived by is that actions speak louder than words. You can say whatever you want, but your actions need to back it up. Mm-hmm. So I'm absolutely going 100% in for acts of service.
Acts of service. Okay. Well, there you go. That's a great question. Honestly, Tina, great job. Nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's do we have anybody else we need to say hello to real quick before we do it?
Oh, we do. We have Zippity Doo Doug, Gloria and Jason Thibodeau, Music and Theme Parks World, Mayor of Chickapin Hill.
Our mayor's
and
here.
Herschel Finney.
And I believe
and Beth Anna. I just saw Beth Anna come in.
And I see a lot of people saying happy birthday to Margie, so it must be Margie's birthday. So we will all say happy birthday, Margie, as well. So,
hey, can I say something real quick?
Yes, you may.
I think it would be really cool if the people in the chat would put down which one of these types of relationships that they would like. Right. What do you like to receive? Is it words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, or receiving gifts? I would love to see what people in the chat say about that. So
there you go. So if you would like to do that, you'd like to answer that question for the ladies, go for it. Love it. All right, let's get into to our guests tonight. I'm going to bring them onto the screen here. We've talked a little bit about them, but you're going to get to know them a little bit more tonight. They are amazing people. They used to have an accent like Tina, but they got rid of it when they moved. They didn't pack it when they went to Florida, which is great. I love that. They just left it up there. So I was doing it. So welcome in, Charlie and Stacy. Stacy's laughing, so that's good. I'm good to go. So welcome in.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here.
Well, welcome in. We're glad you're here. As I always do, the show always gets better when I go out. So I'm going to drop down and turn it over to Tina. Ladies, take over.
It is very good to see you guys on our screen. It's good to be here with you. Welcome. I'm going to start this off with a couple of questions that I have for you. Very basic, just if you could share a short introduction about yourselves with our viewers tonight, so that they can get to know you a little bit better.
Sure. Well, we're 50% of our channel. I'm Stacy. This is Charlie. We have I say 2 kids, but they're young adults. Our daughter Sophie, she's 20, and she is in college. She's actually wrapping up her junior year in college, believe it or not.
Awesome.
It went by so fast. And she's a theater major, which is fun.
Yeah, she's a technical theater major, which means a lot of long nights and long weeks and weekends, and a lot of time where she's not at home. Well, she's at college anyways. Yeah. But even when she has shows on the weekends she has to do, so she has a little bit more than just the regular curriculum. You know, she also has a lot of time around the stage shows.
Yeah, wow. And then we have our son is 24, and it's Avery, and that's a whole different world with Avery. He's autistic, so keeps us on the toes.
Absolutely. And we're gonna talk a little bit about Avery in a bit, and I'm super excited about this. But first, I have one more question on my part. We all have a story of how we arrived to this Disney YouTube community that we're all a part of, and I was just wondering if you could share your journey with us.
Sure. I was gonna say, you're the one that kind of started the idea of doing this, so you can talk about that.
my Disney journey with YouTube started back many years ago when I just started listening to park music loops in the background at work, and I would have the Epcot entrance loop on a loop, and it would be like an hour and 12 minutes, I think it was, and I would just listen to that over and over again. And then when I got bored of that, I'd go over to the Magic Kingdom one, and I just loved that in the background. And from there, kind of expanded. I think the first real YouTuber I started watching, I think it was Tim Tracker, actually.
Nice.
Because when you start listening to Disney things on your YouTube, you start getting recommendations, and he was probably one of the biggest ones back in, I want to say 2014-ish, 2015-ish.
Yeah.
And that's back when he had a little curly mustache, if you remember. And then just from there, you know, it just steamrolled. And the thing is, when you start seeing all these things with the YouTube and with Disney, it you start becoming more familiar with it. And I guess it was me that made the decision that you know, maybe we should start doing a YouTube channel to start you know, keeping in connection with our family and stuff like that, because we were doing you know, we would have family over in England, family over in different parts of the country that we were connecting with our videos that we started putting out in YouTube, and it kind of like spread out that way. And then actually we started doing it back in 2018 was when we first started doing videos. And again, they were mostly vacation videos.
Yeah, he came up to me and says, "I think we can do this. We have a lot of old Disney videos."
Because we started
I'm like, okay.
Well, when we started watching Tim Tracker, right? there was a point where he said, you know, he was terrible at the beginning. So we went back to the beginning. We watched him in the beginning. We were like, oh my gosh, he was pretty bad back then.
He was rough. He was rough.
I was like, if you can do that, you know, we can just do it. Let's just put stuff out there, and we're just having fun with ourselves and putting our just vacation videos and just our stupid silly stuff that we got a kick out of.
Right.
But mostly it was to connect with family and friends, and you know, we had like 14 subs for like 6 months, and it was like, and that was fine with us because we knew everyone in there, and they were having fun with it, just like us. So
yeah. That's the beauty of it. And I love that. We're going to talk more about your channel in just a bit, which I'm super excited about because I've been following you guys since I entered into this YouTube community. So I'm really excited. But before we do that, I want to transfer things over to Jen because I think she has a set of questions that she would like to ask you too.
I do. I want to talk about your Disney beginnings with both of you. When did it start for you? Was it when you were together? Was it before you guys met? Can you walk us through the history of Disney love for your family?
Sure. Well, first it started with me. I went to Disney for my first time in 1981. So I was 10, not to give my age out. And then we ended up meeting up during high school. It was my freshman year in high school.
Yeah, and I think our first time that we went together was 1988. And,
my parents took them.
And I went with her and our family. I couldn't afford it otherwise, and her parents were super generous and stuff like that. And even though I had saved up money for the trip too, they didn't let me spend one dime of it. They just everything was on them. They've been fantastic ever since the beginning. But it was an awesome trip. And ever since then, we've been going every single year, sometimes multiple times a year. Her sister used to live down in Venice, and we would visit her and Disney at the same time, you know, and we would drive up, visit her sister between things. But we've gone every single year, at least once every single year.
We had a year that we did 3 times.
Since 88, yeah. And, you know, we brought the kids ever since they were infants, and we've had a blast. You know, we're more of Disney parks is our true love. You know, we love the parks. We love the parks better than the movies and anything else that Disney had. Even though we do love the movies, but it's just saying that's where our true enjoyment was for the longest time. Just going to the Disney parks and enjoying that.
Love it.
Well, let's transition over to your channel now. Let's talk about Disney Nerd Herders YouTube channel. Where did you come up with the name? What inspired you to start it? And what can we find over on your channel?
Name, do you remember the name?
The name was...
we started with the Relay of Life, remember?
It was, yeah. We used... see, I'm a Star Wars fan, especially of the original trilogy, okay? And there's a line in there that Leia calls Han Solo a scruffy-looking nerd herder.
Right.
Okay? But when I tried to use scruffy-looking nerd herders, it was too long for YouTube. So then I had to kind of like trim it and morph it, and it came into, we love Disney and love that, and we love all the nerdy things. So it's like it basically broke down to Disney Nerd Herders because we love Comic Cons, we love classic arcade games, you know, and we love all that type of stuff. But we also love Disney. We love coming down to the parks. So that was the easiest, shortest name.
I think though we were doing a Relay for Life, and we needed a team name.
Yeah, so that came up with it's at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, so we came up with that name for our team, and then we decided we were going to post our first video in regards to Relay for Life. Remember that?
Yeah, our first video was after our first Relay for Life in 2017. It was June 7th, so we're coming up on 8 years or so, 7 years, 8 years. That was in 2018, I believe, because it was the 1 year anniversary. The thing. So 2018, sorry. But yeah, so we came up with that name for the relay team. Relay team is for the American Cancer Society, where you walk around the track all night trying to raise money for funds for the American Cancer Society, and for 24 hours straight. So
wow. Very cool.
It's fun.
Wow. That's great. I want to take a moment before I hand it over to Steph to say hello to a few more friends. I want to say hello to Mike Klemovich, to Tiki Man Fan, and Dave's Disney Dreams, and Jennifer Caruso, and Theo Sam Eagle.
Hit that like,
Hello,
everybody.
everyone.
Hit that like. Okay.
All right, Steph, you're up.
Okay. So you just were speaking about the Cancer Foundation and raising money for them. That kind of has a little bit to do with my next question for you guys. We're going to talk to Charlie real quick here about something that's affected a lot of us in some way, whether personally or through a family member or friend, and that is cancer. Charlie, can you share with us a bit about your journey and what that was like and how you overcame such a life-changing event?
Sure. I've had cancer 2 times in my life. The first time it was February of 2017, where we found out that I had cancer. I had noticed a large lump in my abdomen that was developing. I was just kind of getting concerned about. We had it checked out, and there was 2 tumors in my abdomen. One the size of a baseball, the other the size of a handball, right next to each other. The second one was the littler one was actually a lymph node that was protecting the rest of my body for it. I call that like my superhero lymph node, because that stopped everything right there, even though it was growing. But it was fantastic. It was like the doctor said, like that stopped it from spreading for years and years.
They pretty much said that if we didn't find this in another year, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's just an unusual, very unusual situation, because it was seminoma, which is testicular cancer, but it can be found anywhere. It can develop anywhere along your reproductive lines. It doesn't have to be in the testicles. It can be anywhere along reproductive lines. So this was growing in my abdomen, and yeah, it was. I have like a 13-inch scar on my belly. So they had to open me up, and
stage 4C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, first and foremost, this lady right here is a superhero. She put up with so much stuff with the support. I can't imagine people. I mean, I was going through it, right? But all I could feel was pain for her having to take care of me. It was just, she did such a great job. I mean, 2017, right? Just because they had to take the tumors out right away. So I had a large scar that they couldn't do radiation treatments on it because of my body was still healing. So they did chemotherapy. And chemotherapy was actually it was killing me. It was like I lost 16 pounds in a weekend.
They said they gave him the most intense chemo that you can have.
But they said but this lady right here, because it was so tough and so bad. It was like I couldn't keep anything down or whatever. But this lady was every 10 minutes she was having me drink. She was by my side. She was holding my hand. And it was just terrible side effects from the bleomycin and the ondansetron that they were giving me. The ondansetron, that was the medicine to stop you from getting sick. Okay. It actually was making me more sick. It was giving me extreme pains down the sides of my spine and my back. It was like someone was jamming a broomstick into my back, down both sides constantly, like just jabbing it into your back. And it was relentless. It was just so much pain. And then when you try to close your eyes, there was paparazzi flashes. So you weren't getting any rest when you were closing your eyes. It was an insane time. And again, this lady was there. She just helping me through it. I don't know what would happen if you weren't there. It was just like it was so bad. I just want to give her the credit. But in 2017, we did the you
had to get scans every so
chemotherapy,
many months, right?
Yeah, we did the chemotherapy. Then we had stopped the chemotherapy, and everything was going fine until my 2-year checkup after.
I blame myself. Reason for that is I went to every single appointment through the entire thing.
Her fault.
We get to the 2-year mark,
Her
and
fault.
it says you're gonna be good. I'm gonna go to work. I really have to go to work.
So we go to the check. I go to check up on my doctor, the cancer doctor. He comes into the office. He says, "We have a problem."
And then I get some
"Good
choice
morning,
words
good
text to
morning,
me."
good morning, good morning. We have a problem, right?" And then it's just like I didn't hear anything else after that for like a long time. Then after the appointment, that appointment finished, I had texted her one word, 4 letters, all caps with a bunch of exclamation points. And it wasn't fudge.
Oh, no.
I was in the middle of training, and I get that, and I went white, and they all looked at me. What's the matter? And I just got up and I left.
But but again, she was just, her first message back was, "We're gonna get through this," and she deserves a lot of credit.
Love that.
Very, very hard time.
Yeah.
But
That's a beautiful thing.
but to move forward a little bit though, we've been clean for 6 years now, so
He had to go through radiation.
I had to go through radiation. Again, I tried to the second time when I was doing radiation in Boston. I created a web series or whatever with my experience trying to help others through it. I was trying to document the process so that if anyone else was going through this type of thing, they could have a reference or contact me, or if they can say, okay, this is what I went through. This is what I experienced. This is the stuff I tried. This is stuff I couldn't handle. That type of thing. I was trying to make use of it for hoping that it might provide some type of guidance for someone else going through that type of thing. But we were trying to do that. I tried to do that daily vlog with my rides into Boston, rides back home from Boston, with the radiation treatments, which were putting me to sleep. It was very tiring. But I tried to put that out there on the channel, just to help share, to give something back, because it gave me something to do too. It's just like try to keep busy.
It's really interesting because I did the editing, and he was going back and forth. He wanted to do it all by himself, go back and forth. And you could see that he's in the morning driving. He's good. We're going to do this. This is fine. And then the drive home, he's totally different, drained. Like you could see the toll,
I'm going to jump in real quick just to give you guys just a quick second before Tina goes to her next section. This is a great interview and great questions. I really appreciate your openness to share with our viewing audience tonight. I want to remind everybody that much like Chris is doing with his stuff with the Heart Foundation, and I'm doing now with charity with the soldiers, Charlie and Stacy have done a lot with the cancer community. I know that too, because my mom has had she's had leukemia, blood cancer, and battled it. And a lot of people have faced it. So it's another great area that if you're looking for a good tax deductible area, go directly to the organizations and support them. There's many different ones for the cancer, different types of cancer that are out there that you can find. And I highly encourage everybody, if you're gonna throw away money, why not throw it away to help somebody else? So Charlie and Stacy's links are in the chat being dropped by our moderators throughout the night. I encourage everybody to hit that like and give them a follow. If you love what you're hearing, if you're enjoying this time tonight and it's your first time here, please consider subscribing for us over here. It's free. We would love that. Tina, continue please with this great interview.
Oh, I'm not done. So.
Oh, Steph, sorry, my fault.
Okay. And I do want to say, go Reds. So Liverpool. I noticed, and I saw the sign behind you on the wall, and I was like, wow, and how perfect was that for all the stuff you went through too? Like, that's such a great thing. You had Stacy right there with you.
She was awesome.
Yeah. And God has a plan for you. He is keeping you here. So he definitely does. So, all right. So, while we're still in the talks about the family, I'd love to talk a little bit about your son, Avery. Not everyone might know that he has autism, and if they just jumped in, you mentioned it a little bit earlier. And like anyone who has autism or loves someone who is autistic, there are struggles, but there are so many triumphs and beautiful moments as well. Can you tell us a little bit about Avery and how Disney has made a positive impact on him throughout the years, and talk to us a little bit about the channel that he's created and what we can find there?
You want to go ahead?
Sure. About Avery. He is just such a funny kid, and he is such a good kid.
He's a young man.
Oh my gosh.
He's 24, but I guess you always view your kids as kids.
He's still
right?
my
No
baby. Yeah. He's wonderful. I mean, anyone with autism, they have the challenges. We've been dealing with that for 24 years. So we've learned over the years what works, what doesn't work. Yeah.
Two things I can say about Avery, right? If you want to get to know Avery, you want to make Avery smile, you want to instantly connect with Avery, you talk about food and you talk about comics, right? Avery loves his food and he loves his comics. And if you guys, he does have a channel, it's called Super Avery and Friends. And there it is.
Aww.
He drew that little, all those characters he draws. He drew them himself. And he does, mostly on that channel, he does food tastings.
He has been doing more.
He gets those little
food.
boxes from different countries. And
he was originally, it started with him doing some drawings, and then maybe doing like his favorite like Cartoon Network characters, favorite, I don't know, Marvel characters, or TV series or whatever.
I did. I created a series on our channel. Before he started his channel, he used to draw comics, and I used to read them out loud for him with him right next to me, because sometimes I couldn't read his writing. But we created a little, a playlist of his, if you want to check out his channel, with all the Avery stuff that he used to do comics, and it was so funny.
Yeah, and then someone sent him a snack box, and then now he's been hitched on that, and he will
hooked on the snack box.
Anything you put in front of him, he will try it, which is amazing.
Except for tuna fish sandwiches. He will not eat my tuna. I tried, I'm like, you would love tuna fish sandwiches, but
I'm with you. I don't like anybody that's tuna fish offended. Come on.
He will eat squid ink. He will eat whatever, but he won't try a tuna fish sandwich.
No, I won't eat. No, my hypocrisy goes so far. Sorry. Go ahead.
The last box that came in, there was actually dried fish, and he did not hesitate, and he just ate it.
Wow.
I don't know. How has Disney impacted Avery? I think it has helped. Again, we went out to Disney every year. So I was pregnant. I was 8 months pregnant when I had Avery. I was having contractions in front of the Speedway in Magic Kingdom. He went every year. And because of that, he's gotten a comfort level of Disney.
I think it actually helped being in crowds like that on a regular basis. Well, it was like a yearly basis, sometimes a little bit more. But I think eventually it helped desensitize him from some of the things that are definitely prevalent within the autism community.
Fireworks.
Like hearing senses, very sensitive to hearing things, loud noises. Sorry, I can't talk. But he definitely has gotten a little bit better in regards to, I think, being desensitized by crowds and loud noises. I think that might have helped him. But he loves the the characters. He loves seeing the characters. He loves getting his photo books signed by the characters, especially when he's had pictures of them and going back afterwards and getting them. He liked going back to the characters, showing them the picture. Oh, this was us 5 years ago. The characters freak out. He loves that type of thing. Sophie does too. But it's I think Disney as an experience has helped expand his world that he usually wouldn't have. He's usually introverted, like staying in his room or whatnot. But getting him out to Disney, especially with friends, he loves the friends that we meet. He absolutely adores Melissa from Walt and Melissa Mouse Talk, and he always says that she steals his money, and It's just a little thing that they have going on. But yeah, he loves Mark too, and he loves the Craig's Robotics group. They send him all these things. He even made a Craig's Robotic station in one of his back settings for his for the show that he used to do. I'm Batman with all his figures. He used to do all these little videos and stuff. So they became a part of that, and it's something that he definitely appreciates, and he definitely wouldn't have gotten that without the Disney community.
Yeah.
Love it. All
That's
right.
wonderful. I'm so glad that it had such a positive effect on him, and that y'all went every other year or every year growing up, and it probably helped him come out of his shell a lot more than if he had just stayed at home and to inside his room and stuff. So that's good to hear. That's wonderful. I'm going to transfer you over to Angela now, who's got a couple of questions.
Jen, hold on, before we go to Angela, do we have any new people coming in? I know we got a bunch of people just jumped in.
Yeah, we sure do. We want to say hello to Jonathan Chong, to Ellie, Dizney, Kendrick, D. Hughes, and Lisa, Keith, and Joey of It's Joy's World.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Hit that like tonight. Make sure you're following all the Nerd Herders social medias. And if you're new to this channel for the first time tonight, or YouTube kicked you off, or you just unsubscribed last week because I said something stupid, hit that subscribe tonight and help us out. Angela, go ahead.
So this week we have the drink of the week, which was picked by our guest. So this week we have the Schohofer grapefruit beer that can be found over in the Germany Pavilion, and it's found at 2 different locations, Summerfest and Beer Garden. Giving a shout out to Disney Food Blog for this lovely picture that we have of the drink. So if you guys could tell us a little bit about the drink, what you like about it.
Go ahead, you're the one that drinks it.
I know. I definitely love it. It's one of my first ones that I've tried at Disney many years ago. I love the Schafferhofer line of beers. They don't just have grapefruit, but they also have pomegranate and passion fruit one. They have pear and cherry. I had a cherry one I tried with Jeff one time. It was nice, and they tend to be. I think they do very well with their fruity beers, and they work really well in Epcot because it's always like 90 degrees, and it's a very nice beer to have on very, very hot days. So, and I like it a lot. I know I've gotten some people hooked on it. I know Laura and Jamie drink it all the time, and others have liked it. Even my sister Trisha, who doesn't like beer, she actually said, "Wow, for beer, this is not bad. This is good." It's like right there. That's a test.
Yeah, I'm not a big beer drinker myself, but from the sounds of it, maybe I'll have to give it a try next time I'm over in Beer Garden. Steph, have you tried this or anything?
I have not. I wasn't. I didn't even know it existed. So I would definitely try it. I like citrus and I like beer. So
there you go.
Good. And I have to say, if somebody from Liverpool and likes it, then I should try it. So
yeah,
for sure. If he says it's good, I'm there.
Is it me? Who's next?
Jen.
Jen. Okay, there we go.
Oh, you know what? I've heard of this, but I am not a beer drinker, so I've been very hesitant. But I also heard that it's not really traditional beer tasting either. So, but I've just been, I don't know. I've been scared.
There's definitely a beer aspect to it. So if you're thinking it's not going to be beerish, and it might not be a thing, but it is a little bit beerish. But when it comes to beer, it's a very fruity foo-foo beer. So you might like it.
There you go.
So the best thing for me would be to have a friend order it and just take a sip of theirs.
Yep, that's it.
You can have some of mine. It's okay.
Okay, cool. Next time.
Found a friend. That's good.
Tina?
Yeah, I'm definitely a beer girl. I would love to try this. I have not, and I actually didn't even know about it. But it's on my list now. I'm excited. When I was making that screenshot, that thumbnail, I was looking at that and I was just drooling, and I was like, oh, so good. So,
That's good.
Sign me up.
And I believe we're going to head over to Pete.
Yep. All
for
right.
some fun questions.
I have been asked to help out tonight, and ask this question is going to go to Charlie and Stacy. It's from all the ladies. It's the one that they had to answer at the beginning. The chat was aggressively putting answers in there for quite a bit, so Stephanie will have a bunch to go back and read, which is good. And the question is simple, laid out. The 5 love languages describe different ways that people not only receive love but also give love in any type of relationship. Those words are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts. The ladies would like to ask you, which of these do resonate with in terms of receiving for you?
So I've been with him since 14 years old. So I think our relationship has changed between then and now.
Yeah.
I would say when we were dating,
I was only 15, so it's not like I was robbing
No.
cradle. Or we met very early.
Yes. Freshman year in high school. So high school years, it was all like notes. We would exchange a lot of notes.
Communication, yeah.
Yeah, so it was more word affirmation, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. Do that?
Yeah.
But I think now, I mean, we do quality time.
To me, yeah, I was going to say quality time. It's just, especially when you have kids, and now that they're starting to go away to college once in a while, and Avery spends a lot of time in his room instead of hanging out with his boring parents. And quality time is definitely up on our list. And, whether that's in the parks or whether it's just watching movies or whatever, it's definitely, I think that's my number one, is just to do the quality time and everything that comes with quality time, just making sure that you know each other and communicating, and everything is fun quality time, right?
Right,
Love it. That's great. That's absolutely fantastic. Let's keep things moving tonight. We're having a great interview here tonight. I hope you're hitting all those follows for the social media of the Disney Nerd Herders. Tina, it's your turn. Let's get this back half rolling a little bit.
All right. So, in the last few years, you have made the move from Massachusetts to Florida to be full-time Floridians who frequent the parks any chance that you can get. Was this an easy decision, and what drove you guys to want to be closer to the mouse, and how has it affected you all since? And can you give us any pros and cons of living so far away from family or home?
Mom, you study.
Well, I've always, since the 80s, I've wanted to move down here. It's taken me this long to get him to make the move. Slowly pick at him, right? We ended up deciding to wait until the kids graduate high school, and then we decided we're going to make the move once they graduate. But in turn, while Sophie's the youngest, so when she was graduating, now she's going to figure out what college to go to. So our plan was, if she can go to a college in Florida, we'll be able to make the move, and she can commute to her college. And she got accepted, and that kind of just got the whole thing going.
Yeah. To bring back 20 years or so, it's like she wanted to move since the 80s. I love New England. I love Four Seasons, and I liked the past tense, the snow and all that stuff. And but I enjoyed Four Seasons. I liked having an actual spring and an actual fall, and in a summer that was pretty much spread out in Massachusetts. You got like pretty much 3 months of each, and that was nice. And our families were up there, so it was a timing issue for me. I didn't want to move down earlier, but as things go by, you get older and you do things a couple trillion times up there. You get a little bit bored, and things change, and eventually, 3 years ago, it was at a good spot, because we almost moved down in 2007. There was a window where we moved down. We were going to move down in 2007. Mm-hmm. There was an opportunity there. We actually had the house sold. A sale of agreement was signed. And then something happened where it just fell apart, where the person that was buying the house, she was divorcing, and her husband had pulled some paperwork on her and lawyers and stuff like that. So she couldn't end up buying the house, which was a very good thing anyways in the long run, because your father had passed away like a year after that.
Yeah.
And things had kind of like, it would have been a very disastrous, if we did move down at that time. I think it wouldn't have been a good thing.
Yeah.
So things worked out. And then by that time, after that window, we're like, okay, we have to wait. We're not moving the kids in the middle of a school. I was moved as a kid every 2 years to a different school. So I didn't want to do that for my kids. We wanted to wait till Sophie graduated, and that was 2022. And the month after she graduated, we were down here pretty much. And she had picked her college. She wanted to get into the theater program. So there was 3 main places where she was able to do that. It was California, New York, or Florida.
Okay.
And California, I said, no way in heck are you going to California, for multiple different reasons. And regarding to the entertainment industry and my not so positive outlook on that whole industry. And then New York was, I just thought,
dangerous.
Yeah, it was, as a parent, I didn't want to see my little girl going into New York, and she's a very innocent, naive back then. Anyways, she was a person. So Florida was the best bet, and we found a place in Florida that she absolutely loved. I mean, she's a mock. She's Florida Southern College. It's a great college. It was pretty much, I think, 90% designed by
Frank Lloyd.
Frank Lloyd Wright, I think his name is. So very cool very college, cool. And that worked out great because we found an area down here right between Dizney and the college, and everything worked out great. The timing worked out great. Yeah. And
pros and cons. Pros, you can do a lot more down here. There's more stuff.
You got to have the money to do it, though.
That's key. That's key.
We'll have a job. Okay, that's good.
The weather is better down here, so you have more months to be able to do things as well.
But you're trading off nor'easters for hurricanes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so that's a con, is the hurricanes, but I don't regret it.
I don't regret it either. At this time, I was done shoveling and I was done with that type of thing. And it's very surreal, I want to say, because you for the first year and a half at least, I was actually pinching myself. I was like, have I died? This doesn't feel real, Yep. And you're down here in the place that it was our most awesomest place in our minds ever, Disney World, and we're living right next to it. It was just sometimes still doesn't feel real, So it's just
it's like we've been on a
dream come
vacation
true. Yeah,
this whole time.
It's definitely different.
All right, I want to make a small little transition. I want to talk about your family's amazing history with celebrity encounters. We have some names here: Chris Evans, James Woods, and Vicki Lawrence, to name a few. Tell us about these experiences. What happened? What did they mean to you?
So Vicki Lawrence, that's a quick one. We came down to Disney on a honeymoon. Shocker, right? Honeymoon. She was doing a book signing in Hollywood Studios, and we met her while she was doing that.
She was doing that, and we also caught a couple I don't know if press things that we were able to see her talk, and she was talking to the audience and back and forth, that type of thing.
Yeah, she signed our book.
She signed our book.
Yeah.
And of her, I think it's Fireball or something like that is the name of it. Still on the bookshelf.
Yeah.
But she was an interesting, very fiery person to meet. She was very outgoing and energetic, and you might know her from Mama's Family. I don't know people even know
Yeah.
who Vicky Lawrence is.
Oh, yeah.
Carol Burnett show.
Totally. Yeah.
Right.
But
And then
she was a fun one.
Yeah, for Chris Evans, he came to our town up in Massachusetts, filming Finding Jacob. Is that what?
Finding Jacob was a show. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think for
it was a series or something.
Netflix or Prime, one of those shows that he was. He was filming, and he was downtown Leominster.
He was like
for
what 15 minutes away from our house. So
of course, I was live for like 9 hours, right, and didn't see him. And then I come back for a break to the house, which was 5 minutes away. And then her and Sophie popped down there for like 15 minutes, and then they actually see him.
Yeah. So for that whole time that we were there, but Sophie spent hours because she's just fascinated with all that stuff with her whole theater thing.
Yeah.
So she was there the whole day. He ended up showing up after he left.
Figures.
And he was in front of a pizza shop, and there was tons and tons of people all on one side, and they were blocked. So me and Sophie walked up and around, and now we're across from him. We could see him. And I said to him, like, do you really want to meet him? And she's like, yeah. I says, okay, we're going to do this. And I grabbed her, and I brought her right up there.
Like the mother. She was like,
oh, my. I had some elbows going and knees. I weaseled my way. And I got her there, and he put an arm around her. And took a picture.
She may or may not have grabbed his butt.
She didn't. She didn't do it.
She said, I could do this all day.
We tease her.
That's good.
That's good. So you want to watch this?
That's awesome.
Just kidding, Sophie. We know you
I know.
didn't touch his butt.
Yeah.
That's
So
America's butt.
I got her right there. I got her to stand right next to him, and he looked to his side, saw her, and he put his arm right around her, looked at me, and snapped photos and videos. And one of the videos that we have out there on our channel, as she walks away, she's just got the mouth is as wide as it could possibly be. She's like,
she was glowing.
walking
Yeah, if you watched the
over.
very last moment,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
So that was quite amazing. And
That's
then
awesome.
you with your poker.
Oh yeah, I played. I up in Massachusetts. I used to play. I still play poker, but I used to play at Foxwoods in Connecticut, and that's the home casino for James Woods. And I ended up playing with him at the same table twice now. And he's you guys might know him. By the way, I'm going to use this opportunity to show you one of Stacy's drawings of one of these Disney characters. He is the voice. James Woods is the voice of Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He does the voice of Hades from Hercules. And
Yes.
James Woods he was fun to play poker with. He's a highly intelligent person. I don't know how many people know this, but I think he at one point he was either in Harvard or MIT or something like that. You can tell when he speaks, he is an intelligent person. He's a decent poker player. I can tell you personally that he tends to overact when he's playing poker. I don't know if I didn't tell him that. I was respectful. I spent 4 hours just right there, just
Sitting next to you.
You try not to fanboy. You're not. I didn't mention anything. Oh, I love you and all this stuff. But it's definitely. We shared some moments when you're a poker player and you're playing at the same table and you know how to play. You share moments with other players that know how to play, and basically it's almost like with looks and whatnot. Basically saying to each other, "Yeah, that was an idiot move by that guy," or "This guy's an idiot," "That guy's a moron," or whatever. But we had some moments. It was fun.
Her language.
He's a great guy though. He is a nice guy. Again, I've had the pleasure of playing with him.
You played with somebody else in the band?
I played with Sully Irma. He's the lead for Godsmack. I don't know how many people know Godsmack.
Oh wow!
But I spent 4 or 5 hours next to him, right next to me. He's a short guy.
Very cool.
Yeah, guy. He's very entertaining. Again, they don't. I guess it's a good thing. They don't go in there with a huge ego personality type of thing. These are very humble people when you're sitting right next to them just playing poker. It could have been anybody, but it's just a regular person, and that's what I liked about them. It's not like playing with Phil Hellmuth, who thinks he's very good. But these guys are very nice, and they're very humble, and they're very it was very pleasant to play poker next to them. It was a fun time.
Very cool.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Jen, I think you have some questions that you'd like to ask.
I do. First, though, I want to say hello to Ace Snoopy, to Main Street Nick, and to Stacy Rogers. Hello.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody.
Okay.
She's finally awake.
Oh,
sorry.
I'm not even sure how to word this next question, but I'm going to make an attempt. There seems to be an interesting history between amorous animals and your family on safaris and in zoos. Could you please be willing to elaborate on these, all of these experiences with us?
Yeah.
I think it's Avery that draws it out.
I love it.
Avery has this
Oh my God. That's
this
so
natural heat, I guess. He brings out with animals. Just whenever he's in the zoo.
Did you say natural heat?
Natural heat, yes. That's a birdcage reference, Agador saying
Very good reference.
So we were on the safari at the Disney's Animal Kingdom. And
it was a nighttime safari or an late afternoon safari.
Yeah, it was dusk. So we're going by the lions, and they started getting frisky.
I don't know what we can say on this channel.
I know.
Tell it like it is.
Very into each other, and you could feel the love tonight. Put it that way. Right?
Okay.
Their love language was physical touch. Let's just say that. Love language was physical touch.
Afternoon delight.
The whole Jeep.
We saw that, right? But
yeah. So he starts laughing.
It was like one of those belly laughs. He was laughing so much.
And
he was on the floor.
Then you hear the Lion King.
He starts.
What is it?
He does this. He does that every time he sees animals.
And he was loud. The entire Jeep just died laughing. Everyone was on the floor. Avery's deep bad. He's not breathing. So now I'm trying to get him to breathe before he passes out. Oh my God! And then the truck driver was great. So we saw some lions, and then we saw some things. And he was doing that, like, because the lions is kind of the end of the safari.
Yeah.
So he was doing that the whole way, and it was just everyone was just dying.
Yeah.
That was the start of it.
He has this funny. I don't know. I want to call it a type of charisma type of thing that people love seeing him laugh for some reason. And whenever he starts to laugh, because it's a genuine laugh, it's contagious, and it's a natural. It's almost like his nervousness when he sees stuff like that. He just automatically is triggering the songs, and he's laughing so hard, and he's not doing it to make other people laugh. He's just doing it because it's uncontrollable to him, and other people see that. It's not like that.
That's so funny.
I think, and it causes it spreads.
Yeah. So in between the announcer saying, "We saw some lions," Abe would pick up his song. They were like each other.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was the Southwick Zoo. There was
Southwick
turtles.
Zoo. Yeah, we came across turtles once. It was like,
so we now know what they sound like when they
So the turtles start being lovey-dovey, right? And they were making this they make weird noises when they're doing stuff, man. Turtles, you would never expect a turtle to make these noises. But Avery was doing that throughout the rest of the day at the park.
Oh gosh.
You gotta stop doing that.
Oh golly.
Oh,
we had other animals.
Kangaroos.
That was interesting. Yep. At a different zoo was
No,
kangaroos.
the kangaroos are at the Southwick Zoo, but they're on the other side of the Southwick Zoo, right near the the entrance.
Yeah. So he started making the turtle noises.
He makes now he makes a turtle noise. That's pretty much it. Whenever he sees any animals doing that type of stuff, he makes the turtle noises, which is funny.
Multiple times we've seen, and it's always when he's with us.
Yeah.
Only when he's with us, we see something.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
It's fun time.
That could have been the greatest question ever asked. That could have been the greatest question ever asked on a Triple C show.
That was really, that was good.
That was very good. Very good.
Yeah. The whole kangaroo thing, because they have such that big, thick tail in the way.
That's Stephanie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was trying to figure this out. But, okay, sorry.
I got a mental picture. I wish I could share. But
Yeah. I just said it so I could see. Okay. No.
I'm going to pass it over to Steph, but before I do, I want to say hello to especially Leslie and Mouse Talk. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Steph, you're up now.
All righty. So we're going to right now cap off this interview with some Disney rapid fire questions. But instead of answering for yourselves, you're going to answer for each other and then tell each other if you were right or wrong. Okay?
Oh, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Okay. This is about like favorite Disney stuff. Okay. So you have to answer for each other. All right. Here we go. So favorite Disney movie.
For him, I would say Robin Hood.
Okay.
For you, Ratatouille?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, you guys would pass that.
What's up there?
All right. Ride.
Favorite ride. Gosh, I would say People Mover, but I know Guardians as a thrill ride.
For me?
Yeah.
No. Splash Mountain, always Splash
But
Mountain.
see,
Forever
it's not
Splash
there.
Mountain.
It's not there.
I know,
That's why I didn't
it's still
say
my
it.
ride. I know. It's still there. It's still up here.
If it was still there, I would have said Splash Mountain, but it's not there anymore.
Yeah. I know yours is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Disney restaurant.
Tapanito.
I was gonna say Tapanido, but I don't know if that's your actual favorite.
Ooh, we got a visitor. Come and say hi. Come say hi, man. It's right here. Come say hi.
Avery.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Stories. The kangaroos.
In the safari.
lions.
The turtles.
Can you do the song?
Staff.
Okay, back, come on. Come on, go.
Avery's been set on going to Longhorn all week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got to get you out so you can go eat. All right. Disney song.
Disney song. You don't have a favorite Disney song.
Right. I don't do a lot of favorites. I just
Yeah, that's I'm at a disadvantage.
I don't like being limited to just favorites, so it's like I like these and like that. But
how about like the nostalgia rides at Epcot? The music to that.
Oh yeah, I used to listen
That's
to that
your
loop all the
favorite.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be your favorite.
Is that the same with you, type of thing?
My
Or is it
favorite song.
A dream you can. I wish.
I mean,
you
I
could
kind of
dream.
like Wishes.
Yeah.
You know. What's the other one?
Those songs that make
Happily
you
Ever
feel during the
After.
fireworks and that.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Disney park.
Epcot is yours.
Is it?
Could be Magic Kingdom.
It's right there, right there.
Right.
I think Epcot's yours.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite Disney resort.
Oh gosh. So.
If you would have asked me 2 years ago, I would have said
Boardwalk
easily.
Yeah.
But now we've been saying a lot
The
at
cabins.
the cabins at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
really hooked us now. We love driving around the golf carts and the community stuff that goes around year round. It's
You
like
can unplug
Halloween
too.
crowd, you have a Christmas crowd, you have a 4th of July crowd that do all this special stuff in the campground. So right now I think it's Fort Wilderness.
Yeah, both of us. Yep.
All right. One more. Disney character.
Okay, so he never says who his favorite Disney character is, but I know you like Robin Hood, Prince John. I think that would be my guess.
Those two are probably the closest. Again, I don't have a favorite. character. I like the Robin Hood movie. A lot of people assume it's Robin Hood, but it's not really Robin Hood. I like Prince John better than Robin Hood, and there's some other, probably other ones that I like better than Robin Hood. But it's not like I've never really said, "Oh, this is my favorite character of all time." I'm just not like that. How about you? It's like Ratatouille, Remy, or
no? Well,
I like
Marvel,
Chef Skinner too. Chef Skinner's pretty funny.
Is Marvel considered Disney?
Oh, they Loki.
Hey, bottom. So there you go.
It's Loki.
Loki's my number one. And Hades is my number.
I was gonna say.
There you go.
You would like it if we had that park with just the villains, huh? So I think.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right, let's move over to Miss Angela.
Okay, so every week we ask our enhancers and creators in the community about content that they love to watch. So tonight, Charlie and Stacy have provided 3 channels that they find impressive and love to follow. Starting off, we have Mouse Talk, More Sunshine Please, and It's Joey's World. So tell us a little bit about It's Joey's World and what we can find over there.
It's Joey's World. So Joey is also autistic. You can see with the logo with the little puzzle pieces. That's the symbol. They are so creative with their videos.
Yes. And they're very positive.
Yeah,
their videos, and it's inspiring, and it's also when we're down on ourselves and stuff like that. They are definitely someone that we look forward to seeing, and we try to not feed off them, but use them as as for guidance. Sometimes they're very happy, outgoing people, and it's like you never see Joey in a negative light. I know that, but he hurt himself running a little while ago, but the video that they showed about him was such a positive thing, and they're always giving him they're always presenting him in such a positive light that it's contagious, and we really, really appreciate their channel and what they do, and their friendship as with Lisa and Keith. And
I just think it's amazing that Lisa has taken Joey in, and not only that, but Keith. Not everyone would be willing to take in a special needs brother into their lives. So just that alone is, to me, is amazing, because there's a lot of challenges with autistic people, and it isn't easy So it's just amazing how, like you said, they're such a positive influence. And if we ever have any questions, I could always reach out to Lisa.
Yeah, she's always
and the same. It's they show a lot of support, and I just like how they represent.
They know a lot of what we go through as well.
Yeah.
So it's definitely it's a very nice.
You can't help but
very nice people.
Smile after you watch their videos. Or laugh,
exactly. They keep people.
Yeah.
Okay, how about More Sunshine Please?
More Sunshine Please. Jim is he's been one of our, since we've been
from the beginning.
Jim was always seems like he's been always there. He does an awesome show on Tuesday nights at 7. Very
he's got a great sense of humor.
Very unique show. He has a great sense of humor. He has a really cool presence about him. He's very articulate, and he does different things on the show. It's not just just one thing. He does a bunch of different things on the show that keep you engaged. And Jim actually, we've met him many times. We were able to go to a spring training game with him just last month. And he actually designed a lot of our logos. The one that you used tonight, that was designed by Jim. And some other ones that you might see, like on the spreadshirt stuff. Those logos, most of those Jim created those as well. And And he's also with me. Jim is part of the Five Foolish Immortals troupe too, with me and Derek and Gregory from D&G Explorers and Ben from Pepper Tree Villa. So yeah, Jim you gotta check out his channel. You want something different that's really cool, because check out Jim's channel on Tuesday nights at 7.
Yeah. Right. And Mouse Talk.
Mouse Talk.
Well, Melissa owes Avery money. No.
Yeah, she steals money all the time.
Mouse Talk. So these are our best friends. We met them way in the beginning.
Through YouTube.
They were up in Maryland. We were up in Mass. And we just, once in a while, we would FaceTime. And
we got to know them a little bit better here and there, a little at a time.
Yeah.
And it's the more we got together, the more you get to know them and hang out. And we hang out with them a lot now. Probably too much for them. They're probably sick of us by now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those people that, you know, you met on YouTube, you got to know them through YouTube. And now whenever we're around them, they're a couple that you don't have to be on with them ever. You never have to be, you don't have to have the walls up or anything like that. Feel so comfortable around them. You say whatever the heck you want. You kind of know them a lot better than most people that we know.
Yeah.
So they're a great channel too. If you guys go see them, they go live. They were live this morning from Magic Kingdom, and they go live on weekends. They go live on Tuesday nights sometimes on
They do vlogs.
Sanity at 8:00.
Yeah.
And they do lots of vlogs. We're going to Universal. Oh, should I say that? Yeah. We're going there this weekend. We're going to see the new park this weekend.
Yeah, Epic.
Saturday, Epic Universal. It's going to be pretty cool. But
Awesome.
yeah, they're best friends down here, and we can't say enough nice things about them.
Love it.
That's nice.
right.
Jen, did anybody else roll in before we head over to Tina?
We had Mouse Talk and Melissa Mouse Talk.
Perfect timing.
So much like everything else, you get Melissa, and then there's Walt. So it works.
He's gonna kill you. Oh,
Go ahead,
gosh.
Tina.
Yeah, I got tonight's recap. So sit back, relax, and let's just talk about some of the things that we learned tonight about our friends Disney Nerd Herders. Tonight we got to experience the magic that is DNH, as I call them, and their amazing family. We took a trip into their world of Disney and learned about their favorites and fun experiences while down in the parks. We also got a look into the struggles and triumphs behind autism, Charlie's battle with cancer, and we even got a showing of Stacy's painting, which is fantastic. And she's an accomplished painter.
Can I show you two more?
Go ahead, real quick.
3 more, right? So
I think we have time.
I'm gonna start off with
You gotta be fast.
He can kill me later.
Miss John.
Wow,
Wow,
that's
that's
good.
that's really good.
With that, we got Pluto,
Quick.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Nice.
and we got Donald.
Wow, that's
Oh, show Doug.
awesome.
Those are beautiful.
Hide that from Doug.
I know she doesn't think they're good, but I'm like
They're good.
Oh, they're great.
They're
They're
good.
wonderful.
Can I just say this? I'll say this right now. I've just seen those for the first time. I would be honored to buy one of those and put it in as a prize for my charity that I do, trying to raise money for the soldiers. I would be honored to put that in there. I think all 3 of them are spectacular. So if that's something you do, I would love to talk to you about that and put that out there as a prize for one of the people that donates to help the soldiers that we're trying to help. I think your work there is awesome.
Very
Thank
good.
Thank you so much.
And Jen and I know a little bit about artists. We've been working with a lot of them lately. So
We've interviewed a few.
yeah, that's awesome.
And now another one.
Technically. Anything else, Tina? We missed anything else?
Yes, we also got to learn about the amazing animal encounters and Avery's amazing animal noise-making skills, and these things that are surely not to be forgotten. That's for sure. We also can't forget about the drink of the week, which is the Scofferhoff. Yeah, don't ask me to say that. Scofferhoff, the grapefruit beer, found in Epcot. Go check it out. I encourage everyone to leave a comment on this show with your thoughts on the interview. Show some love and support. We appreciate it.
Miss Jen, before we finalize and do a final thought of the night, we should tell everybody we got a couple things about next week and the week after, a couple little bit going on.
Yep. So next week, we're going to take a short break to celebrate Easter. There's going to be no live show next week as we spend time with our loved ones and reflect on the meaning of the season. So we wish all of you a joyful and blessed Easter. And we also know some of you are going through Passover right now. So for all the holidays, we're going to take a break and just reflect on that. But don't worry, because we will be back in 2 weeks with an incredible show. You won't want to miss it as we sit down with the amazing creators behind The Adventures of Jenna and Dale. This is a new and exciting chapter from the minds that helped make Resort TV 1 such a success. This time, we're diving into the heart and vision behind their new channel and the passion that's driving it forward. You will not want to miss this show.
Yes, Jenna and Josh don't do a ton of interviews, and we're always blessed that we have a relationship with them that they're willing to do that. We're going to talk a lot about all the new stuff that they're working on with the Etsy stuff and their new channel and everything they're doing. And of course, we'll acknowledge Resort TV 1 as we're there, but the focus will be on Jenna and Dale and learning a little bit more about just like Charlie and Stacey and hearing about them. Before we go to the final thought, I want to remind everybody, I cannot say any better than Charlie and Stacey said it about the incredible tact and character. Hello, Disney Baker. Welcome in. The tact and character behind Lisa, Keith, and Joey, behind Melissa and Walt. As much as I joke with them, I love both of those people and Jim. This is just 6 incredible people that do great content. So please go over and check them out. I'm excited when I go down to try to snuffle off a beer myself. I can't wait. So that should be a lot of fun. It sounds good. It'll be really enjoyable. I'm looking forward to that myself now that I've heard it from them. I want to remind everybody that we've been putting it in throughout the night. Nerd Herders are available on their YouTube link. It's been in the chat. If you haven't hit it, why? What's wrong with you? Hit it up. They're found on Instagram over there. You can find some love over there. LSU Mom, hello. Welcome in. You got, it jumped out of there too quick. Hello, Facebook. There we are. Facebook over there. You can keep up with the Nerd Herders over there. They're over on X, Twitter, all the above, whatever you want to call it. They're there. You can do that. And also, we talked about Avery having his channel and doing an amazing job with it. Go over and check it out. I want to remind everybody that the Triple C's can be found right here on Instagram. Please make sure you're following the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat. And this whole entire that we have for the Clubhouse Chaotic Chat is now available on a podcast. A true thank you to our amazing guests tonight. Final thoughts of the night we do here, and I'll let our guests go first, and then I'll go to the ladies, and we'll finish things out. Charlie, Stacey, you're up.
Thank you so much for having us on. It was obviously we have met Tina before at Foxwoods during one of the meetups there. It's a great hugger, and we always love meeting her. She's such a nice person, and you too, Pete. We love bumping into you in the parks, and always happy to see you. Hopefully, we'll be able to meet the other 3 at some point in the future. And thank you to all the awesome people in the chats. We appreciate every single one of you, and I mean, a lot of them show up in our chats every time we go live, and a lot of them are like family. So we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. Seriously, we appreciate it.
Absolutely, Stace. Anything you want to add, or are you good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. I'm always see if I bypassed you, LSU Mom would be calling me on the phone. Why did you bypass Stacey? So I don't have to deal with Emily tonight. Stephanie, your final thought.
Okay. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight, guys, and for sharing some of the struggles and real life kind of things that have happened with y'all and how you've overcome it and been there for each other and supported each other and the community. And I encourage everybody, if you're just joining us now, to go back and rewatch the show because these guys have some great stuff. So
love it.
Listen to them. It's awesome.
Well said. Miss Minter?
Thanks for joining us tonight. It's been great getting to know you guys a little bit more, and I actually look forward to hopefully running into you guys in the parks in the next A few weeks when I'm back down there. So
That'd be
There
great.
you go. There you go. Tina, great job tonight.
Thank you. You know, it's an honor to be here in general, but it's also an honor to be able to write a show when I get the chance. And I try to be different with each one and innovative and creative with the questions. And you guys just brought the heat tonight, and it was just a breath of fresh air. I can't even talk. And I just want to encourage everyone, if you can drop Avery's link again, also to go over and go show Avery some love and support, as well as Disney Nerd Hunters channel and all their channels that they love. Because all of our friends, because we are a community and we are here for each other, and we're family. And be kind to everyone, because you just don't know who's going through a battle that you know nothing about.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Jen?
Real quick, I want to say hello to LSU Mom and Corby Sinclair. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Okay. So what I wanted to say is, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for opening up your hearts to us. We seem to be this little Disney YouTube family here, and you opened up and told us so much about your own personal plights that you're going through and the way your life is. And I think sometimes, you know, we just see Disney YouTube streamers and we think, oh yeah, they got the best life. They're living in Florida. They're streaming all the time. But you guys have been through it all, and look at how you've survived, and you're thriving. I have so much admiration for you guys. I really do. And I can't wait for the opportunity to be able to meet you next time I come down to the park. So thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thanks. You're kind. Thank you.
I'm going to finish things out with a couple of things. One, I'm just going to say ditto to everything the ladies said. I think they recapped everything here perfectly. It's my honor to call you guys friends and to have a chance to talk with you. I respect you immensely. That's why I've asked you to be part of disability streams that I've done. I trust you. That's the biggest thing I could say. And that's why I asked you, and I value your opinions and that this was a great show. Very touching. I'm looking forward to so many people watching the replay. Next 2 weeks from now, Jen is going to be writing the show for Jenna and Dale. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a blast. Two other points of reference. I'm going to be live later tonight. I'm going to talk about a Snuffleupagus beer at 10:45 on Disney Insomniacs. I got some new stuff. Got 5 new channels I'm going to talk about. Got some other great Disney stuff. And I'll give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to talk about it here. I'll talk about it there. My son, who's never done an interview by himself, is being interviewed this week on Wednesday. I'll talk about it tonight on Disney Insomniacs. Guys, make sure you're following the Chaotic Clubhouse channel. Follow all. We got so many great creators in here. There's so many of them in the chat. These ladies are all part of one thing or another, somewhere and everywhere. You guys know all the people in our community. If you're not following, supporting, helping, sharing, letting them know, giving them a watch. If you're a moderator, being in there, moderating, helping, doing the things, we can make this community even bigger, better, stronger than it was. Unfortunately, there's no time for me to talk to Paul Engel. So
oh, man.
No, God! No!
You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine. But I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got a style, the way your body makes my heart beat sound. It's amazing all the time. You are the only thing I need in life. Oh, I want you. Can't you see? I want you. I believe, 'cause I want you. Here with me, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy for love.
Hey, we're back. Charlie and Stacey, say something to Paul. Oh,